Greetings and grand rising. Welcome into my divine and sacred space. And chosen ones, my message to you today, which I heard quite plainly several times: up, my mighty people. This is also a quote from Marcus Garvey, a Jamaican national hero. Up, my mighty people, unquote. So, what does that mean for you, chosen ones? Well, a diamond, to reach its true form, has to undergo extreme pressure. So you are a diamond in its making. You are a diamond. The Most High will never give any of the chosen ones more than they can bear. And yes, you came here under a contract, and contracts can be renegotiated. Contracts can be broken and made void, and new contracts written. But 99% of you will hold fast to that contract. And yes, because chosen ones shine their light brightly, consciously or subconsciously, you will attract narcissists. And what are narcissists? They're beings that have been stuck in their emotional development, and their souls are empty, and the only way they can fill up their souls is to seek after the light and devour it and conquer it, and therefore feel powerful. I think I'm describing some of the world leaders. There you go. Most of you would have come across a meta-narcissist on your life journey. I know I have met several in my lifetime, and some of the greatest lessons that I have learned is via interactions with narcissistic personalities that try to control me, basically. And chosen ones are free-spirited, independent beings. But narcissists will try to control, and they will deploy any arsenal they have at their disposal: shame, guilt, physical violence, intimidation, threats, gaslighting, slandering. You know what I mean. The thing is, they tend to be weak individuals that cannot stand alone, unlike the chosen ones who are full of light, confidence, faith, do not need an audience, do not need gratification, following a divine path, especially after your awakening, when you're consciously following your divine path. You can stand alone as well as stand within a crowd. Narcissist personalities are very much unable to do that. They need constantly need an audience, because they're almost like energy vampires, and they just drain and suck you dry. And they can come to you individually, and you know who they are, or you don't know what's happening behind the scene, and they come to you via hidden forms to try and deplete your energy, to try and oppress you. For example, I live in London, England. I drove someone to the hospital. I parked without a permit or displaying a permit. I received a penalty notice. I did not pay it straight away. I waited for, an invoice to come in. I paid it. The following day, I received a letter informing me that the car park where I committed the offence will no longer be controlling the penalty, and they've now passed it on to another agency. Okay, I didn't think anything of it because it's been paid. And then a couple of days later, I received a debt letter from the bailiffs. So I acted on this. I phoned and explained that it's been paid. I then emailed the evidence that it had been paid. I was still getting frequent letters, phone calls, wanting me to make payment, and the payment's going up. And I explained again that it had been paid and that I'd emailed it. And eventually I got a response back from my email saying that they didn't recognise the reference number and they will be instructing their clients to take further action and to take me to court to make a county court judgment against me, etc. I found out who their client was. I emailed their client, who emailed me back saying they do not recognise the reference number with the payment receipt. Consequently, further letters and emails telling me their client does not recognise the payment, so therefore they do not recognise the payment, so they've been instructed to take me to court, right? I'm not going to pay it again like I've cited to them. I'm not going to pay something twice that I've paid already, and so they can take me to court. And hopefully when they take me to court, the judge will see the folly of what they're doing. And I'm going to put in for compensation, for all the distress and the wrongful pursuing of a debt that had been paid. So that's narcissism, right? Behind the scenes. It's a hidden form of narcissism. Okay? I'm not going to beat my chest. I'm not going to take it on. I'm just going to take the actions that I need to take because I've got bigger fishes to fry. Now, that is just a small example of how narcissistic programming, right, can attack you in your day-to-day life. The one I've cited, it's a simple one. Obviously, it is more difficult if you're married to a narcissist or if you have children that are projecting narcissistic behaviour towards you. Those ones are more difficult to sort of deal with. But as I said, the Most High, to whom I give thanks to for everything, will not give anybody more than they can bear, right? And as much as a narcissistic personality can come across as really evil and wicked and uncaring, you chosen ones, you're also divinely protected, and you have an arsenal of strategies to deal with these narcissistic personalities, to overcome their attacks and to render them foolish. And you won't be trapped in those sort of scenarios or relationships forever. Nothing lasts forever. Everything is just for a time. And it was part of your contract. It certainly was part of your contract. Because as I said at the beginning of this video, up, you mighty people. Like a diamond, to become its true form, you have to experience extreme pressure. So that's what's happening to you. So you can take each step with more confidence. And as I said, I've come across, lots and lots of narcissistic personalities in my lifetime. And yeah, the first time I came across it, I did not understand what was going on. And I did turn inward. I was forced to turn inward to my deepest core being, to connect with my higher being, to make sense of what I was actually caught up in and involved in. And once you can see it, it makes it so much more easier once you know who the enemy is. And I'm going to pull a card on that from the my Starseed deck to see if we can get some more detail on this message. Okay. There we go. What have we got? Star ancestors. Yeah, because we're all stars. Yep. You're a star. I'm a star. So, star ancestors. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. The ancients knew much more than we do about our connection with the stars. Their pyramids, temples, and other places of worship, created in precise alignment with the stars, exist in all corners of the world. What if this ancient wisdom is available for you to uncover now? You're being called to think and listen with your ancient heart and soul, to tap into the part of you that remembers and knows. All ancient secrets are whispered forever in your ears. All mystic knowing blooms in your heart. All potent power pumps through your veins. You're being invited to step into your ancient knowingness, to be held by the rememberings of the star ancestors, to look a little deeper. If you're feeling stuck, you're being called to do something different, to change your point of view. Creativity happens when we put together two things that don't belong. When we do the unexpected, so often a creative solution is right in front of us. But because we think the same thoughts and act the same way, we miss what is opening. You're here to remember and uncover ancient secrets and transmissions, technology and wisdom that are so needed on the planet right now to unlock your soul's memories of a time when we lived in harmony on earth and one day will again. So a narcissist is the opposite to a chosen one, because a chosen one is, well, many, many skills, gifts and talents. But you tend to sort of have a lean into one or two more than the other. You know, so whether you're earth angel, light worker, a journey coach, a healer, a psychic, a wayfarer, a shaman, and I'm sure there's so many more that I'm not going to name right now, all comes under the umbrella of starseeds and light workers. And then we have some super empowered light workers, yeah. But I'm speaking to the silent headliners, because there are so many of you chosen ones that are silent headliners. So, your activation. Place your hand on your heart and whisper the following. I am ready to remember ancient mysteries and secrets from deep within. I am ready to remember many ancient mysteries and secrets from deep within. I am ready to remember ancient mysteries and secrets from deep within. And that's what a narcissistic personality or narcissistic scenario, right, activates for the chosen ones. Because you have to go deep within when you're dealing with narcissistic personalities and scenarios. Okay, and that's my message to you today. And I didn't introduce myself at the beginning, I'll do it now. I am Revered Minister from One Spirit Interfaith. I am a High Priestess of the Kemetic Order, known as an Imamku. And please do, if this message resonated with you, do subscribe to my channel, thumbs up, comment or share. Divine oneness and peace out. Rock your journey.